Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we have another video. And this game was from the European Blitz Championship, played between Jan Krzysztof Duda and Russian GM Anton Demchenko. This is round 14, Duda is currently leading the event, and we will dive straight into this game. So, Duda with the white pieces opens with e4. Now we have e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, and bishop to b5 of the Roy Lopez. a6, which is the Morphy's defence, which is very commonly known. And we have bishop to a4, which is the Columbus variation. d6, the Steinitz defence, and c3, bishop to d7, and castles on the king side from Duda. g6, and we have pawn to d4. Bishop to g7, h3 and h6, rook to e1 and knight g to e7. Bishop to e3, and we have b6. d5 and knight to a5. Bishop captures on d7 with check, queen captures on d7, and we have knight f to d2. f5 pushing forwards, and f3 defending this e4 pawn. So we have f4 closing in the position whilst attacking the e3 bishop, and we have f2 to counter this. g5, c4 and knight to b7, knight to c3 and h5, b4 and castles on the king side. Knight to b3, and we have knight to d8, c5 and rook to b8, c6 and queen to c8, king to f1, knight to f7 and king to e2. So now the king is marching up the board. We have knight to g6 and king to d2, knight to h6, king to e2, queen to e2, and we have king to g4. a4 and bishop to f6, king to c2, king to f7, b5, a5 closing in the position, and we have knight to b1. Bishop to h4, so asking for a trade, and we have h captures on g4, bishop captures on f2, queen captures on f2, h captures on g4, and we have rook to h1. So now shifting the rook over onto the h file, and we have rook to h8. So in this position some discoveries could be made with this knight, but currently there are no good squares for the knight to hop off onto. Now we have knight 1 to d2, and we have king to g7. Now we have knight to c4, and we have g3. Queen to e2, knight to f7, and king to c3. Queen to d8, and knight b captures on a5. B captures on a5, knight captures on a5, and we have rook to h2. So asking for a trade. So what Demchenko is saying is, if you capture my rook, then I will simply recapture, then I will be able to shift my pieces over onto this h file and promote. So we have d7, and we have queen to c8, a5, rook captures on b7, c captures, and queen captures on b7, king to b4, knight to e7, and rook h to c1, queen to a7, and we have rook to a2. We have king to g6, queen to c4, and queen to e3. a6 pushing up the board, queen to a7, and queen takes on c7. Queen to d4 with check, and in this position what Duda is trying to do is he's trying to get his pawns up the board. So in this position you're probably thinking about the title here. So the title is 4 queens on the board, and this is probably what's going to happen. Queen to c4 and queen to a7. King to a5, so what the intention of Duda is to play b6. And we have queen to e3, b6, knight to h4, a7, knight captures on f3, a8 equals the queen, d4 with the knight, b7, f3, and we have b8, which also equals a queen, and we have f capture on g2, queen to g8 with check, king to f6, and we have queen a to f8, and it was in this position on move 56 that Demchenko resigned the game, as there is nothing more to be done. So there are many checkmates occurring, you can't possibly defend this, and what a wonderful game this is. 4 queens on the board. You rarely ever see this in chess, especially in different time formats. You're never going to see this position. So, hopefully you've enjoyed this video from the European Blitz Championship. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.